and the U.S. 14th Air Force 230, while the Imperial Japanese Navy had only 100, the rest having been withdrawn to make up for the disastrous losses in the Pacific. Chennault believed that he had enough aircraft to defend his bases, but Imperial General Headquarters in Tokyo authorized the doubling of air strength for the forthcoming operations. The main objective of the Ichigo offensive was, as Chiang had also warned, to eliminate the airfields of the 14th Air Force. The first phase, the Kogo offensive, came from the Japanese First Army in the northeast, heavily reinforced from the Kwantung Army in Manchukuo. The Japanese did not attack Mao Zedong's communist forces based in Yunnan to the west, which had done little for some time except kill collaborators. The Japanese were interested only in crushing the nationalists. In April, the First Army attacked south across the Yellow River to meet up with part of the 11th Army advancing north from round Wuchang-Hankow. This cleared the Peking-Hankow Railway, establishing the first part of the corridor. The nationalist troops in Hunan province recoiled in disorder. Officers fled, commandeering military trucks, carts, and oxen to evacuate their families and all the booty they had looted from towns and in the countryside. Outraged peasants who had been robbed of their food and pathetic belongings disarmed officers and soldiers. They killed many, even burying some alive. Their hatred for the local authorities and the army was more than understandable. A severe drought in 1942, made worse by the nationalist food taxes in kind and exacerbated by the cynical exploitation of local officials and landowners, had led to a terrible famine that winter and into the spring of 1943. 3 million out of 30 million people in the province are thought to have died. Chiang Kai-shek's worst fears had come to pass, and his best-equipped divisions were tied down at American insistence in the Burma-Yunnan campaign. After Chennault had taken the lion's share of the supplies, and Stilwell had allocated the rest to X-Force and Y-Force, little had been left to re-equip other nationalist armies. Those in central and southern China